So you've formed your LLC. You're ecstatic. You're over the moon. Life is good. But just like microwavable noodles, sometimes things that seem great, in reality, can be a bit disappointing.
That looks gross.
But hey, they still taste great. Hi, it's Adam, your Chief LLC Officer from StartGlobal, back again. And today I want to talk to you. Who? Me? What? No, not you. What are you doing anyway? Well, I'm a content creator, and I'm looking to form an LLC, and I just wanted to know some like good and bad things about having one. Oh, well then actually I do want to talk to you because I've got a list of pros and cons for LLCs for content creators. Want to hear them? Yes, please. Okay then, well, let's go and start with the pros. Limited liability protection. LLCs provide personal asset protection to the creator. This means that if your content creation business faces any legal or financial trouble, your personal assets such as your house or your car won't be at risk. Aside from your good looks, these are the most important things. Flexible to choose how you are taxed. LLCs have the flexibility to choose how they are taxed. They can choose to be taxed as a sole proprietorship, a partnership, an S-corporation, or a C-corporation. Handy, right? This means that you have the option of reducing your overall taxes. Let's do an example. Say you elect to become an S-corporation because you earn more than $60,000 per year. That means you're paying lesser taxes. How great is that? Making your business professional. Having a business entity always makes it seem that you are serious about content creation. It gives it authority and it doesn't seem like a hobby anymore. This means that brands will treat you differently when they know that you do content creation seriously. And that would give you a bigger chance of collaborations. Now, it is true you can look serious even if you have a C-Corp, but forming and maintaining an LLC is much easier than a C-Corp. LLC for the win! Woohoo! Brand name protection. When you choose a name to form your LLC, that name will be reserved in the state where you formed your LLC, meaning no other LLC can be formed with that name in that state. However, the same name can be used in another state. So let's say you form Tom Media LLC in California. It means somebody else can form Tom Media LLC in Texas. But hang on, what if you want full brand protection? Well, you'll need to take the next step and register a trademark for your brand. Simpler regulatory requirements. When compared to a C-Corp, an LLC does not need to hold annual meetings or maintain detailed records of meetings and resolutions. You are not even legally required to have an operating agreement in most states, but it is highly recommended. Phew! So there we have it. Hey, the pros for having an LLC are pretty good, right? Yeah, they are, especially the one about brand name protection. Very cool. But what are some cons? Okay then, strap yourself in and let's get it on. It's time for cons. It costs a bit to form and then maintain. So, depending on your state, it might cost you a couple $100 to initially form your LLC. Bummer. And you might have to pay your state some fees annually. This could be in the form of annual fees or franchise tax. And it's usually less than $100, but again, it depends on the state. More paperwork. So in comparison to a sole proprietorship, you mostly have to file some forms with your state every year, even if you're not bringing in any dollar. And if you have employees,
You have responsibilities.
you big grown-up you. That means you'll have some paperwork and you may have to withhold taxes from their paychecks. But some good news, it's less paperwork than a C corporation. Woohoo! You have to pay self-employment tax of 15.3% in addition to income taxes. Imagine you were employed by another company. Then that company would have to have paid half of the 15.3% and cut the other half from your paycheck before paying you. But in the case of a single member LLC, the individual, that's you, has to pay the entire 15.3% as well as self-employment tax. But luckily, you can have half of this as tax deductible because it can be a business expense. I mean, that's still not fantastic. Hard to raise external funding. If you're looking to raise external capital, such as capital from VC funds, angel investors, or public offerings, LLC isn't really the best option for you. Investors almost always prefer C corporations because it has more established and well understood governance structures and legal protections. So, if you're planning to be the next Apple or Microsoft with a high growth potential tech product that is going to support your content creation business, an LLC might not be the best option right now. Limited life. Okay, this is a bit morbid, but if the sole owner of the LLC dies, withdraws, or declares bankruptcy, the LLC may dissolve. That's unless there's an operating agreement that provides the continuation of the LLC. This means that if the LLC dissolves, the assets of the LLC will be distributed to its members, and thus the business will come to an end. Which means legally, it's the end of the business. No! This can be problematic if the business has established a strong brand, customer base, and revenue streams that could be hard to replicate under a new business entity. And then it's extra difficult if you have employees or other contractual commitments that need to go on. This is unlike other business entities like a C corporation, where it can have perpetual existence, which means that the business can continue even after the death, withdrawal, or bankruptcy of a shareholder or director. Life goes on. Boom! That's it though. Some good and some bad points to think about if you are a content creator looking to form an LLC. But do remember, there's always sole proprietorship before you choose to form, so you don't have to rush into anything straight away. But if you're stuck and would like some help, StartGlobal offer an all-in-one tax package that takes care of legal filings, taxes, bookkeeping, and so much more. I'll leave a link in the description down below. But now I've got to run. A con of this is that we have to say goodbye, and a pro is that, well, it's lunchtime for me. See ya!